What's up, everybody? This is Tim from Arm Wrestling Secrets, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how to increase your top roll back pressure right now. Go! 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 Let's go, Tim! Go! No way! Come on, Tim! All right, everybody, welcome to the show, and let's get right into it. Okay, so we're talking about back pressure today, and we're talking about specifically top rolling back pressure and how to increase it instantly. Okay, and the secret's going to be actually involving the elbow pad and what we're doing with this. Okay, and I think this secret might really surprise you, but I think it's also really going to help. Okay, so when we're going for a top rolling, obviously we're looking at back pressure as the primary, generally speaking, one of the primary forces we want to apply in order to get success with your top roll. Okay, and we have several different types of top rolls, as you know, but the differences are pretty extreme when it comes to what we should do with the elbow pad, and that's going to lead into the secret of the video. Okay, for your posting top roll, obviously, okay, we're using the elbow pad as we're using the elbow, point of the elbow to drive off of, okay? So we need to get some downward pressure when we're going for a posting top roll, unless you're doing some type of dragging where you're actually trying to generate motion on the pad, where you're pulling back towards you to generate back pressure. With a posting top roll, you're gaining leverage over the wrist of the opponent very quickly. That's the idea. So you bring your arm up into a maximum height, right? But then the post, you're going off of the elbow. Okay? Very quickly, you're trying to drive off of that elbow, so you need downward pressure onto that pad. Okay? A lot of times people don't generally cover elbow pressure on the elbow pad and what the differences should be between techniques, okay? And that's going to be one of the subtleties of this video, but it's certainly going to be the secret, and I think it's going to make a big difference for your back pressure depending on what you're doing, okay? Now, if you don't have a lot of strength through here, like I haven't been able to gain strength through this rising area for a long time. I feel like I'm kind of limited there, okay? My left arm, my left hand, my left wrist is much stronger than my right wrist in this radial strength, the ability to keep this wrist high. I don't have a lot of strength there. So over the years, I've developed a lot of techniques that don't focus on trying to outpost my opponent. Because the only difference is if your opponent is stronger than you in this posting technique, and you're doing the same thing against them and your wrist is going away, you need to have a different technique. You can't just keep trying to post with people who are stronger than you, okay? And that's what this video is going to help you with. Okay, now we just established that you need downward pressure for your posting top roll. Great, okay, we covered that. Now, what about a pulling top roll? What about like a high top roll or a low top roll and the back pressure that's involved with that? Okay, do you want a lot of pressure on the elbow pad if you're going to be pulling? Like you want downward pressure. If you're going to be pulling and dragging on the pad, do you want a lot of pressure downwards? Or do you want very little pressure downwards? Do you see that? Okay, and that's still not the secret for this video. So if you're getting ready to click off, you're going to miss the secret, okay? Now, if I'm going to generate a lot of back pressure pulling force, like if I want to pull hard through that situation, which is what I want to do, create as much back pressure as I can, within the rules, keeping my elbow on the pad, we want very light pressure on the elbow pad. And that's still not the secret for this video, okay? Okay? Delivering back pressure force, so like a high top roll or a low top roll, okay? Okay, we want light pressure so we can deliver force backwards quickly, okay? But look at this here. Now I want you to look at my arm and I want you to learn something from this. Okay, do you see that? That's from practice the other day. Okay, now that's a rug burn from dragging on the elbow pad, okay? And the specific position of this is going to teach you something really important and the secret for this video. Okay, we've established that we don't want a lot of pressure on the elbow pad if you're going to be pulling. But now look at what I just said, okay? Do you see where that mark was on my arm? Okay, now look at the arm here. Now, if I'm lying more on my tricep, okay, look at the setup here. If I'm lying more on my tricep here, that might be a better position to post off of, okay, because I can come down this way. But if I'm trying to drag, if I'm trying to drag to generate back pressure, okay, that's the wrong position for your arm to be in. Okay, now here's why. Look at the point of my elbow. And this is just physics and biomechanics, okay? But this will make a huge difference for your back pressure. Look at this. What's got more surface area? All of this, like if you put your elbow point on the pad and then you drop just a little bit and you go to pull, you're going to notice your worst enemy when it comes to dragging back pressure. What is it? It's friction. Friction. Friction will destroy your back pressure pull. Watch. Okay. So, like I said, if I'm down just this far, if I'm the point of the elbow, that's one thing. We're going to come back to that in just 1 second. If I'm not on the point of the elbow and I want to deliver back pressure with a pull, okay? If you put your arm in the wrong spot, if the arm is anything but pointed on the point of the elbow, you want to have the pressure of the elbow pad, you want to have the arm on the pad here, not here, okay? I got out of position a few times and I remember dragging and creating a lot of friction by just having my arm in slightly the wrong place, okay? So when you're getting ready to set up for your back pressure top roll, your high top roll or your low top roll, where you're going to be generating force by dragging, make sure you're on the point of the elbow when you're setting up, getting for the ready go, be on the point of the elbow. The point would be here, wherever you are, wherever you're setting up, make sure you're on the point of the elbow, because then you can drag back with minimal surface area, okay? So just the point of the elbow, if that's the only thing in contact with the pad, you'll get minimal friction, okay? You'll get the smallest amount of friction with your back pressure pull if you're on the point of your elbow. If you drop just a little tiny bit onto the meat that's beyond the point of your elbow, onto your tricep, anywhere in here, what you're gonna generate is a whole bunch of friction with your arm. And let's take that a little bit further, okay, to what I was initially talking about in the start of the video. Remember that we talked about the posting top roll where you want to have a lot of pressure, or you can certainly have a lot of pressure on the elbow pad, downward pressure, because you're going to be pivoting off of that point, okay? Now look at this. We just covered how on the pulling back pressure for your top roll, you want to be on the point of the elbow, but also you want very light pressure on the elbow pad. Okay, so if I'm setting up for my opponent, I'm getting ready for, like I'm countering a posting top roll, for instance, okay? I want to pull the opponent's arm down. So if they're posting against me and you can't beat that, what you need to do is beat it with a pull, okay? But you're not going to be able to create the right amount of power if you have a tremendous amount of friction on your arm, okay? You're not able to get this arm back and really engage the lat muscle if your arm drops onto the tricep. You're going to be generating a ton of friction, okay, which not only burns your arm, but it kills your pulling power, it kills your speed. For a fast, direct, hard pull, you want light pressure here. Be right, no matter where your elbow is, you want to be right on the point of the elbow. so that you can just slide it across the pad. You do not want a ton of pressure down or you get a ton of friction. You want just a little bit of pressure, and then on go, you're trying to get less friction, more slide. Right? So the secret for this video is light pressure downwards on the elbow pad when you're going for your pull, and make sure to be on the point of the elbow. I'll see you guys on the next one.
If you want to light speed your arm wrestling knowledge, supercharge your training, and start winning more matches, click on the link in the description, go to my arm wrestling coaching page, and book a session with me right now.